when Emily Blunt is
Yeah.
making those weird sounds. She's going,
hmm
yeah, that's much better.
Wait, he didn't want to meet you in a public place?
Correct. So I thought that was a little sus. But the apartment
He he
complex, it was
he,
a really nice part of town.
he wanted to traffic you.
That's why I brought Tristan. He can't traffic both of us.
You could have ended up in like I don't know, where do they send people that get trafficked?
New York City. I don't know.
My room, my room, my room. And there you go.
Yeah, dude, that dialogue is not good.
You have an enormous amount of nerve. Bro, you have the worst taste in movies of
No,
anyone
I
I
do
know, bro.
not have the worst taste in movies. You're looking at me like I'm a demon, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Welcome to Real Friends. I have a ring light in my glasses. Please forgive that. I'm Cole, and this is Caleb, and
What's
welcome to the
up?
podcast. Um,
Welcome, everybody.
yes, we are very happy to be here with you guys. Today, we're going to be discussing a lot of interesting things that we have found some passion in this past week. We're going to be blind ranking some movies. We're going to do this week's Luck of the Draw, which is to be determined. So, Caleb doesn't know what I have planned for that, but whenever we get there, bro's going to figure it out. Caleb, are you a little
I'm
nervous
scared.
about Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm very scared.
Well, it's actually a pretty funny one, so I'm excited. I'm excited for you to hear my ideas on that, and I don't think you're gonna like it because there's some goofy things in it.
I'm
Um,
excited to experience your luck of the draw.
Good. I'm so hyped to do it. After the luck of the draw, we're probably gonna do a little obsession trailer review. Caleb, did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Yes. Oh, praise God. Okay,
I
good.
did indeed.
We don't have to cut that segment. I've been trying to get bro to watch this for like 2 weeks. So
Hey, I told you I'd watch it. I watched it.
I'm very proud of you.
Tell them about the
Um,
main event. Tell them about the main
and
event.
then and then the main event for this episode is going to be our disclosure day review. We're going to be doing a spoiler free and then a spoiler review right after it. And I think we both have some very interesting topics of discussion for this. Bro, are you changing stuff on your background? What are you doing right now?
Hmm?
Oh,
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know how that's
oh,
happening.
bro's memeing right now.
No, I
But
would
yeah,
never.
we're gonna be doing a disclosure day review, and then I think we're just gonna close it up with what we're watching. So welcome to the
Yeah,
episode, Caleb. How are you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm happy to be here. It's like 9 o'clock at night, my time. It's even later for you in
Correct.
Florida.
10 o'clock. It's been a long day.
Yes.
I've just been running. I was actually trying to buy a podcast mic tonight. Um,
Really?
yeah. So
Nice.
at like 11 o'clock, I was on the phone or I was on Facebook Marketplace and I was talking to this dude. I found a really good deal. I went over there to pick it up around 5 and bro was not answering me. I drove 40 minutes
Oh,
across town.
oh my
Um,
gosh.
I went to the bank, got some cash out, and lo and behold, I'm still using AirPods.
Yeah, you got burned, man. You
Yeah.
went across town. Dude, that happened to me one time. I went to go buy a Nintendo Switch OLED.
Ugh,
Bro, I drove all the way to downtown Dallas,
get cooked.
which is like an hour away from me, and then the guy never responded. I was in the
Bro,
Trader Joe's parking lot, bro.
dude, that sucks. The dude was
Looking
like,
looking like an idiot.
I was trying to get him to meet me at like a Five Below, 5 seconds away from his house because it's across the street.
That's a red flag right
And
there,
well, I
brother.
wanted him to meet me at Five Below, and he was like, "Nah, I don't have a car." I'm like, "Okay." It was already a little sus, but he seems like a chill dude from
Yeah.
what I've been texting. I had Tristan as backup just in case I needed him. Um,
Yeah.
but lo and behold, I don't have
Wait,
a
he didn't
mic.
want to meet you in a public place?
Correct. So I thought that was a little sus. But the apartment
He
complex,
he
it was a really nice part of town. Really
he
nice.
wanted to traffic you.
That's why I brought Tristan. He can't traffic both of us because
You could have
Tristan,
ended up in like I don't know, where do they send people that get trafficked?
New York City. I don't know. Um, the ghettos of America no one talks
The
about.
Bronx?
Um,
Yeah.
Queens,
They just said they sent you to the Big Apple.
the Big
Yeah.
Apple. Is
I don't know if y'all knew, but 70% of the people in New York are trafficked there.
that real? Is that a
So
real statistic?
no,
So why did
according
I,
to you, it is.
bro? Why am I believing you for anything important here?
That's real. That's real.
Let's just get right into the thing. Caleb, what are you drinking right now?
Dude, I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper creamy coconut
Good.
zero. Shout
Cheers.
out to my wife.
Shout out
What about
Riley.
you? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper from Cane's. I got really hungry right before we were filming, and it's 10 p.m., so I had to have a super late dinner. And I think I'm fueled. Um, You know,
You need to
but
grow up.
I what?
Stop drinking sodas with sugar in 2026. Grow up.
Let's talk a little bit about ourselves, Caleb. You can attack me as much as you want, okay? But we actually have
Okay.
content we got to get into. So
Okay.
let's get through our little segment about ourselves. What have you been up to for the past week?
Okay, what have I been up to? Let's see. More like a shorter list would be what haven't I been up to? Because I've been working at
Good,
work,
nice,
and that's been pretty chill. I've been hanging out with Riley and Judah, having a grand old time.
good.
Um,
Pop of the year.
Sorry, I was not prepared. I'm trying to remember. I went and saw the Big DD yesterday,
That's good. Double
Disclosure
D,
Day.
double D.
I went and saw it at like 9 in the morning, and that was an interesting experience.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that early. That's crazy.
Bro, when you're a dad to a 3 month old, you just find a time that works and go for it.
That is so
And
fair.
I hadn't had breakfast, and I was like, it was one of those theaters that like serves food.
Did you
So I was
eat?
like, oh well, surely like they have like some kind of breakfast for like these early morning showings, right? No, they have like burgers and pizza and like crazy stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm I, I don't know. And then I ended up getting cheese fries at like 10 in the morning.
Dude,
And honestly, it was kind of lit.
it was pretty fire. Did you get a soda or
It
did you get
was
like orange juice or something?
yeah. No, I got Coke Zero and I got bacon cheese fries. And I justified it because it's bacon, which is like a breakfast food.
Whatever you have to tell yourself and Riley to make you feel better about that.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, what did you do?
Um, I tried to buy a podcast mic, didn't work out. Um,
Almost got
I
trafficked.
I've just almost got traffic. That's correct. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't like get my text messages, so I may not be
Yeah.
filming with you. Okay, so on Saturday I did this event called the Discovery Kids Splash Bash, and it's like an outdoor water event where you have like water balloons, bounce houses, and all kinds of things. And me and Ryan, we were filling up water and just making sure that all the water events were properly maintained so nobody ran out of water. And that was really
That's
dope.
nice. That's good.
And I don't get to volunteer for the church a lot because I'm usually contracting. So like getting to
Oh,
volunteer.
you weren't like working. You were
No,
actually like
I
volunteering
was
your time.
volunteering. So that was it was
Wow.
something I've been wanting to do for a while, is find a way to contribute. And I
Yeah.
finally got to do that. And then I got to go to service on Sunday. And I haven't like been in a service in a while because I've been working a lot of them recently. So getting to do that was dope. So I would say
Sick.
those are the highlights in my week. Now that we're done talking about ourselves because we're kind of boring, let's get into the real
Yeah.
content. For this segment, this is a new segment. We don't do a lot of segments, so we're figuring out segments. This is going to be blind
You said
ranking.
segments too many times, bro.
That's okay. I like the word segments. It sounds really fun, and I just want to
Bro.
say
Okay.
I want to say segments again just to irritate you. For this
I love
segment,
it.
we're going to be
Thank you,
blind
King.
ranking 5 random movies. I have them in a correct order. Okay, I want to see what your order is going to be blind ranked,
Okay.
and
So
then you're
you
going to
have
give
them
me
in what you feel like is like the correct ranking.
yes, and then you're going to rank
Okay.
them just based on the blind ranking, and then we're going to see if your
Okay.
order is the same as my order. Here's the first movie, TASM 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna
Okay,
go 4. I feel like you have something worse up your sleeve. And there's redeeming factors to that movie. But
great.
it's not like a good movie, but there's redeeming factors.
Oppenheimer.
Ooh, brother, I'm gonna go 2. I love that movie so much. But again, I feel like you have something up your sleeve. Maybe.
Next movie, Whiplash.
Ooh. Bro, I feel like you're gonna pull a fast one on me. I don't know whether to go 1 or 3. I'm going 3.
The Flash. Ezra Miller.
5. 5. 5. 5.
No
5.
hesitation.
That movie's
And
bad. That movie is real bad. There's less redeeming factors in that movie than TASM 2.
and the last one, Star Wars Episode 5. And there's no spot for you to put it aside from one. That's the only open spot.
Okay, no, that's I'm great with that. Okay, this turned out actually very good.
Okay,
Okay,
so this is your order: Empire, Oppenheimer, Whiplash, TASM 2, and The Flash. Here's my order.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Great. You're going to keep that order?
I'm gonna keep that order.
Okay. My order, 1 to 5. Whiplash, Empire, Oppenheimer, TASM, and Flash. So
Okay.
you
Okay.
got 2 dead on, and I would say the other 3 for being blind ranked, pretty good guesses. But the fact that you're keeping that order is interesting to me.
I'm keeping that. I'm confidently keeping that. I'm
Okay.
actually so happy with how
You
this
really
went.
think Empire is the number 1 on that list over Oppie and
Yes.
okay? Okay.
Yes. It's it's Empire. I mean, if A New Hope was in the conversation, I would actually put that above Empire. That's a
Oh,
hot take. That's a hot take. But
that is a
but
hot take.
it's Empire. Empire is one of the most legendary movies ever created. I wouldn't change a thing, dog.
Okay. I actually think I've seen A New Hope more than I've seen Empire. And
Yeah.
I think as a kid, that one has all the magic to it. It's like all
Which one?
New Hope.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
like for film buffs, oh, Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie. I think it's great. It's phenomenal, but A New Hope is what started the whole thing. You can't really.
Okay, so we agree.
Yeah, we agree with that. You can't beat that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. When you said it was a
Yes.
hot take, I was like, I
New
agree with
Hope,
that.
bro.
I agree with that.
Bro, New Hope is magical.
It's very
Bro,
magical.
Luke staring off at the twin suns,
Mm, beautiful. Peak cinema.
cinema.
Peak cinema. All right. Well,
All
did
right,
you
I'm
have a
happy with this.
did you have a blind rank for me? You don't have to.
I don't.
Okay,
I
that's okay.
don't.
Okay. Okay,
I
okay.
could pull one out of my butt though.
Okay, if you want to.
You want me to?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. Here we go. Cole, I have a blind ranking for you, but I'm
Okay.
coming up with this on the fly, okay? So
I'm
this
ready.
is just like off the cuff. Here we go. Um, The Dark Knight.
3.
3. Okay. I'm gonna say Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Mm. 2.
2. Okay, cool. Spider-Man No Way Home.
This is tough because you know my opinion on this, and I haven't changed that
Yeah.
opinion yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go with that, even though I know my opinion's wrong. I'm gonna go 4.
All right, Spider-Man No Way Home 4. Okay, I have 2 more, right? Okay. I'm gonna go Project Hail Mary.
Oh, I get okay, dude. I only have 1 in 5 left, so either you're gonna freaking pull out one of my favorite movies after I put Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary's a 1. We'll put that in the 1
That's
spot.
1.
We'll put it in 1. It's not a.
Interstellar.
You make me want to curse. You make me want to curse on our
Bro,
podcast.
Interstellar is your 5?
5. I have to say
Bro,
5.
what's wrong with you? Interstellar's an easy one on any list, bro.
Bro, that is the
Wow.
beauty of these blind rankings. That is
Wow.
so stupid.
And I just came up with all that just off the cuff. So your ranking right now is Project Hail Mary, Hunger Games, right?
Yeah, Catching Fire. Great movie.
The Dark Knight.
Yep,
So The Dark Knight's after Catching Fire.
correct.
Really? You actually believe that though?
I don't
Because
think I
you knowingly chose that.
yes. Well, one, Caleb, the beauty of the blind ranking is you don't know what the next movie is going to be. So if I would have known, I probably would have swapped Catching Fire and Dark Knight. But
Okay.
I don't think the Dark Knight is top 5 Nolan, and that's definitely a hot take right there.
Handshake. Handshake.
You agree with that?
I'm with you.
Okay, great.
I'm with you.
So yes, so 3 was Dark Knight, 4 was what was 4?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah, I
And
stand
fifth was
by
Interstellar.
I stand by that. I think I would move everything.
You would put No Way Home under Catching Fire?
Dude, Catching Fire is a great movie.
Bro.
Bro, the Hunger Games movies, Hunger Games 1 and Hunger
Thank
Games
you.
2.
Thank you for watching our Real Friends finale.
Bro,
We made it 2
bro,
episodes in.
you don't like
and I
Catching
regret all
Fire
my
too?
decisions.
Or Catching Fire?
I love Catching Fire, but over Spider-Man No Way Home,
Sorry,
my favorite
bro.
movie of all time.
Bro, if I had to choose, this is how I would organize it. Interstellar goes to number 1. 2 becomes. I already forgot what the options were.
Dark Knight, Project Hail Mary. Catching Fire, Spider-Man.
You gave me a lot of hard movies, bro. I gave you some reasonable movies. Um,
Mine was just
this is
rage bait.
this is evil. Yeah, this is just rage bait. Okay, here's my order, and I'm not gonna apologize for this.
Let's hear it.
Interstellar, Project Hail Mary, Dark Knight. I'm keeping it at 3. Catching Fire, No Way Home.
Okay, that's good. That's a good
I
list. That's a
yeah,
respectable
I
list.
can't put Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight under Catching Fire, but it's pretty close in how much I enjoy both of those movies. I
Yeah,
genuinely like Catching Fire as a movie.
yeah. Respect. Okay. All right. Let's move on. What's next?
So this is the newest segment for the luck of the draw, this or that. And you will be choosing between 2 TV shows all the way down the list, starting with The Bear or Shrinking.
Mm, both great shows, but I gotta go the Bear.
The Bear or How I Met Your Mother.
Two great shows. Gotta go the Bear.
Oh, that is actually shocking. Okay. The
I've,
Bear.
I've.
You're a
Yeah. Go
Himium,
ahead. Go
bro.
ahead.
Wow. Okay, we'll get into that. The
Okay.
Bear or New Girl.
I gotta go New Girl.
New Girl or your number one show of all time, Breaking Bad.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, you got longevity, but you also have
dude.
peak cinema. So, which one?
Yeah, Breaking Bad is just like such an incredible show, and I can't give that up. So it's gonna be Breaking Bad, but I love New Girl, dude. It's my favorite sitcom. It's so funny, and I would much rather rewatch that than Breaking Bad. To be honest with you, like to me, Breaking Bad actually isn't all that rewatchable.
Wow.
But I would still choose it.
Okay, so you're going with Breaking Bad over New Girl.
Yep.
Okay, all right, here's another one,
Okay.
Breaking Bad or The Office.
Breaking Bad.
Okay, I thought that would be harder. Breaking Bad or Daredevil, Netflix.
Ooh, Breaking Bad.
Okay, Breaking Bad or Andor.
Breaking Bad.
And here's the finale, Breaking Bad or Caleb and Cole's favorite teenage, early preteen show, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh God, Breaking Bad. Oh, I haven't thought about that show, dude, in so long. Absolutely not.
There's this week's episode of Luck of the Draw. Caleb, how do you feel?
Wow. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. It's hard to be confronted with everything you love so much, but when it's Breaking Bad, like that, it's my favorite show. Like to me, that's the best show I've ever seen. And you put it against like very close second, third,
Okay,
fourth shows.
here's
So,
here's the twist. This show is now your desert island show.
ooh, okay, I like this because Breaking Bad would not be my
I
desert
know, but
island
you
show.
chose it, so you're cooked now.
So this is my desert island show.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, I'm
twist.
cooked.
You're cooked.
I'd watch it once every like 5 years.
Okay, all right. Let's say I give you the option to get a pelican, write a note on it, say, "Go get me this." What do you send the bird to do? What does he get you out of that list?
Probably Probably New Girl.
New Girl over The Office, bro. You love The Office.
I like New Girl more.
That is news to me.
Really?
Wow.
Dude, I haven't New Girl's my favorite sitcom. So of all sitcoms, New Girl's number one, dude. The characters are so like funny and unique and like the best part of the show is its characters.
Yeah.
And the writing is really great. And The Office is too long and has dips in it. And don't get me wrong, I love The Office. It's like top three. But New Girl, it's so rewatchable to me.
You're saying you would miss out willingly on Michael Scott at the dinner party standing in front of his 5-inch flat screen TV when he does this? Sometimes I just stand here all day. You would
I would.
you would
Yes,
choose
bro.
to get rid of dinner party? Okay.
Yes.
I respect. I respect.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but
Well, that
um,
that wraps up the look of the draw. We learned a lot about Caleb here. I kind of had a feeling that you would choose a sitcom for your desert island because I would too.
yeah, you got to do something that gives you joy out there. Like Breaking Bad is great, but it's not giving you joy.
Yeah, you can't turn that
You know?
on like the second you turn off. Like, let's say you wanted
Yeah.
to end the show and then immediately restart it. You can't do that with Breaking Bad, but you can do
No,
that with The
absolutely not.
Office or New Girl,
Yes.
or even How I Met Your Mother. So,
Yes.
um,
And there's sometimes that you watch Breaking Bad that you feel a little worse after you watch it, but like,
yeah,
but also you're like, I just watched cinema. So, you know.
yeah. All right, well, fair enough, Caleb. Let's move on. Give me your obsession review from the trailer. Okay.
All right, brother. Okay. So per Cole's request, I watched the Obsession trailer. I have not seen this movie. Cole has. But I am not about it, dude,
Okay.
for so many reasons.
Yep.
Listen, I got to preface this with I am not judging or condemning anyone who's watched this movie,
Except for
who
me.
likes this
Except
movie,
for me, right?
except Cole.
Okay.
Yes. I judge and condemn Cole to hell.
Thank you. Keep going.
My pleasure, bro. No, so listen, I'm not about horror movies, and I know some people say this isn't, and maybe they're right, but to me, for me, it falls in the same category of it's kind of intended to be like creepy and scary and dark.
It is a horror movie.
And okay,
Any
okay,
if I've like expressed to you that it's not a horror movie, my fault because this is a horror
okay,
movie,
it
but
is a horror movie.
it's not like a traditional horror movie though because it's built primarily on suspense and not jump scares.
Okay,
But keep going.
yeah, it seems suspenseful, but to me, it's just in the premise of this guy wishing and using this like relic or whatever it is to this wish willow thing to wish for this girl to love him or whatever, you know, to me that falls in like the demonic spiritual category. And listen, I don't know for sure, but for me it doesn't sit right.
That's fair.
It's not something I would encourage people to watch because I'm personally not about this kind of storytelling where it's kind of superstition based. Now, I'll give it this. I don't. It doesn't seem like the movie is like necessarily glorifying it as if he did the right thing. I think the movie's probably saying he did the wrong thing. So I'll give it that. Like it's not celebrating it exactly, but still, it's not something I would turn on.
Okay, fair enough. I get exactly what you're saying. That makes complete sense. I heard in an interview that Curry Barker said it's not demon
I
based,
saw that.
and
I saw that clip.
that's fair to say. Like, sure, he doesn't see it as a demonic thing, but when you're watching the movie, there's like a lot of things in her kind of being possessed by a different
Yeah.
version of herself. It's like, how can it
Yeah.
not be demon based? But
Right.
also, I don't get like the demonic like undertones that I would normally be getting from like a demonic themed
Yeah.
movie. I don't like watching a lot of
Right.
horror myself. I'm in it mainly for the suspense. Like the suspense is what
Yeah.
really got me. Um,
Right.
but I can understand your reasoning for that.
Yeah.
But films like this, even if it's demon possessed, I really watched it for the cultural impact because I heard
Yeah.
that it was phenomenal, $750,000 budget, and
Right.
they crushed it. Every aspect of this movie. It was one of the tightest scripts I've ever read, and
Yeah.
it followed like the movie and the script lined up so well. I I would recommend everyone to go see it. But also,
Yeah.
you're not invalid for that reason. So I completely
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. And it does look well made. Like honestly, if they took the superstition aspect out of it, like I'd probably watch it, but
Yeah,
that's where I kind of draw the line.
I get it. That makes sense, bro. That makes sense. Well, now that we've heard Caleb's opinion on Obsession and why he's not going to go see it, um, let's get into the main event.
Let's get into this, dog. I'm
We,
so
me,
excited.
me and Caleb, we've been pretty geeked about this. I'm so glad that he's excited about talking about Disclosure Day because, you know, we weren't even sure that we were able to do a review on it together. At first, it was just going to be me doing
Yeah,
it, and then he was like, "Wait, let's just cancel filming. Let me watch it,
yeah,
and then we'll film." So that's why I'm filming at
yeah.
10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday
Bro,
because
you're a real one for that.
we needed to lock in on this. So
We need to review it together. Hold on, real quick.
wow, tilt your head down, let the audience see. There it is. There it is. Is that you in an alternate timeline, bro?
Yes, bro. No,
Beautiful.
that's me in this timeline, bro.
Yo, whoa.
This kind of looks like the device they use in the movie when I'm holding it like this.
Yo, you're right. Don't do it though. You might accidentally screw it up.
Oh yeah, I might mess something up.
Yeah, we've had
All right, bro. Let's get into this.
okay. A
Let's
writ
get into this.
here. I have notes. I wrote down notes for
I do
this.
too. I do too.
So first, on three, let's both give our rating. Okay, one, two,
One,
three,
two, three.
6.5.
5.5 out of 10. Okay.
Okay, we're pretty
Okay.
close. We're
Shake my
pretty
head.
close. We're
Shake my
pretty
head.
close. We're pretty close.
Bro, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're on the same page.
And
Wow, I thought you were going to love this
and
movie.
I think the reason I'm even giving it a 6.5 is because Spielberg effect, because
Spielberg.
I
Yeah.
respect him so much. In like it wasn't unwatchable,
No, no, no.
but I have some gripes. I
Dude,
have a lot of gripes. But before we get into the specifics, here are my non-spoiler reviews. Okay, this is the non-spoiler
let's hear it.
portion
Let's
of
hear
the
it.
I
Yes,
really
we'll do non-spoiler and then we'll jump into spoilers. The movie's out already by the time we film this and we'll have been out for a minute by the time we release it. So we'll do some brief non-spoilers, but I want to spend time on the spoilers.
Yeah. So, non spoilers, I really like Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt. I think they crushed it. Um, I didn't really care about what's his name, Colin Firth. Colin,
Yeah.
that's his name, right?
Something, I don't know.
Here, let me Google it
I think it's
because
Colin Firth. That sounds right.
he was the guy in Kingsman. Yeah, Colin Firth. So I
Colin
could
Firth.
care less about Colin Firth's character at all. He had the weirdest motivations in the whole movie,
Yes.
and I was not.
He's the British guy, right?
Yeah, he's the British guy.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
him as an actor. I think he crushed it in Kingsman. I don't really know him in a lot of things, but every time I see him in something, I'm like, great, it's Colin Firth. I know I'm in for a good performance. Um, so their two performances are great. His was whatever. I really like the scene on the train with Emily Blunt. You know what scene I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's also a point of contention for me later on in the review.
Yeah.
Um, I thought that the deep state alien vibe was kind of cool, you know, because you're kind of locked in with
Yeah.
them and you're like,
For sure.
you're waiting for something to happen. You just want the secrets to get revealed and you're like vibing
Yeah.
with it. And I think that's a pretty fun,
Yeah.
that's a fun premise to be locked in on.
Totally. It's interesting.
Once again, wasn't executed well. The trailer, I think the trailer was one of the best selling points for the movie specifically.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the movie was about the first time I watched the trailer. You know, when Emily Blunt is
Yeah.
making those weird sounds, she's going,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, that's much better. Yeah, she sounds like water's dripping, and it's like so much like mystery and intrigue. Like that draws you in, and that drew me
Yeah.
in. I was so locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Spielberg. Every time I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, get me there. I'm ready. So I think
Yeah.
the trailer did
For sure.
a great job at that. I didn't love the structure of the film, and I thought it took too long to develop. Those are my non
Yeah.
spoilers for
Okay.
the review. What about you? Are
Okay.
yours kind of
Here are
similar?
some quick. Yeah. Here's my non-spoiler thoughts on Disclosure Day. So I wrote down some pros and some cons. So under pros, I have cinematography is great.
Yeah.
Um, I think no matter what, you could agree like the cinematography is awesome in this movie. Specifically, I wrote down there's the scene. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a scene where a character is stealing a car, and they're kind of sneaking their way to the car, and the way the camera goes like and
Mm,
is following him as he's running and goes like around the fence.
yeah.
It was cool.
That was cool.
And then there's another scene I cannot say without spoiling it, so I'll save that. And then I have just one other pro, and that's John Williams' score.
Mm,
I
interesting.
love the score. It
Interesting.
felt very Star Wars to me because it's John Williams. To me, the score had a lot of personality and gave a lot of like life and energy to the movie. Um, and I thought the movie definitely benefited from that a lot. I mean, honestly, I didn't love this movie. I felt like this movie was a little bit below John Williams. Like I feel
Fair,
like
fair.
his standard is higher, but it's Steven Spielberg, so I'm sure that's why he said yes. But listen, I think that the movie leaves a lot to be desired. I think there's a premise kind of set up with this mystery and this espionage thing of like running from the government, trying to reveal stuff without spoiling anything. I just don't think it deals with the mysteries it sets up in a satisfying way. And I also think the dialogue is rough in this movie, dog. I have a segment later in this where I literally wrote down pieces of dialogue as the movie went on, and I'm gonna just read them to you.
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear because I
Okay.
know it's cringy, but I don't remember things. So I'm glad that you
Yes,
wrote that
it's
down.
so cringy. Another non-spoiler thing I could say this. I think that Emily Blunt's character makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense, and it never makes sense.
Oh, that's interesting because it does make sense to me, but I also kind of understand what you're saying. So I want to hear more points
Yeah.
on that. I want to hear more points on that.
Okay. Well, should we just jump into spoilers? I feel like we've said what we need to say.
Great. Let's jump right in. I want to hit you on the quick John
Yeah.
Williams thing. Um, right when we got out of the movie, we had the typical bro circle, right? You get out of the movie,
Hmm.
you go out
Yes.
and you stand in a circle and you discuss the
It's
film.
the classic.
And we discussed it for probably 45 minutes. And
Wow.
it was a long conversation. And one of the points was John Williams'
Who'd you
score.
go with?
I went with Tristan and my buddy Chris.
Okay,
And
nice.
um, I didn't really think like a point of the topic was John Williams. And I wasn't that impressed with it. I didn't
Oh
even
wow.
like, I feel like with a movie with a score like that, you should be left like hearing the music in your head. And I
Yeah.
did not leave hearing the music in my head. It's not
Yeah.
like Oppenheimer where there's like an insane sequence where it's like, can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
that. I felt like the music was good in that it wasn't overpowering anything, but I don't think it was anything to write home about. Like the fact that you even brought it up as a point shocked me because the music, I just whatever. I did not think it was that cool. So that's interesting.
Interesting. I agree. Like, I definitely don't think it's John Williams' best by any means. It might be his worst, but I noticed it. I kind of feel the same way as you, where like, um, thinking back, I can't remember any of it, but while watching it, it stuck out to me, if that makes sense.
Okay,
And
fair
I think
enough.
that's just because to me, the movie felt kind of, um, I was maybe a little checked out. So like that was like, oh wow, this is something that's actually like enjoyable to me about it.
Fair,
You
fair,
know?
fair. I can give you that. I can give you that.
Cool. What else you got? What else you got? We're in the spoilers now.
Oh, snap. Okay. A point that I have. Let me say something nice about it. And this goes back to the non spoilers part. The scene that I really liked was the anxiety attack scene that she had on the train.
Okay.
I thought that she crushed it, having the panic attack. She was freaking out. And then he came over there, he put his hand on hers, and it kind of calmed them down. And it was
Yeah.
kind of, I'm actually just now realizing that's like direct parallel, a direct parallel to the ending whenever they realize that they were both abducted as kids and he was freaking out and she grabbed his hand and calmed him down.
Oh yeah.
he grabbed
I didn't
her
catch that
hand
either.
he grabbed her hand earlier on to help her with the anxiety attack. So that actually gets another point. That was kind of fire. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
remembering that. So that was good. I really like the anxiety attack scene. um and the second big standout was the final scene whenever the reporter is live reporting the files being uploaded
Yeah.
across the airwaves. She crushed it.
Yeah.
She had
Yeah.
arguably one of
I
the
agree with
best, she
that.
had like one of the best performances in the entire movie because you felt like
Yeah.
you were watching that with her. She was freaking out. Like you could see it
Yeah.
under the facade of the professional talent, right? She's witnessing history and she doesn't know how to portray it right. So I think she killed it. Um,
I would agree. I would agree with that.
and like
Yeah.
it's kind of sad that I'm bringing up a background actress as one of the highlights of the film.
Yeah.
um, so I really like those scenes, but the biggest problem I had with the train scene, because I keep talking about how I liked it but I hated it, is why on earth did they have to make that a spectacle even watching the trailer, I didn't understand the spectacle there.
Yeah,
Why did the dude have to ram them into the train? The car get perfectly stuck underneath the train, and then they have to do a James Bond type leap from the car onto the train before the train hits the other car.
dude, I
And
literally could not agree with you anymore.
like, do you agree with me?
Yes,
Okay,
I
okay.
literally in my head while watching that, I was like, bro's just trying to do some like Indiana Jones type thing because like he's like Steven Spielberg, he did Indiana Jones. But like it didn't need to be in this movie and I didn't buy it because Josh O'Connor's character is supposed to be this like nerd guy who's like not a field guy as he says earlier in the movie. He sits behind a desk, but then all of a sudden they're jumping onto moving trains from a car that's somehow not crushed by the train. It's just
Yeah.
being dragged by the train.
Stupid, bro.
And the CGI I thought looked bad on that car
Yeah.
being dragged. I I I did not like that scene.
It was dumb, and the movie felt pretty grounded. Like, and then that happens. But I also didn't like when he drove the car through the building, through the house when he picked up his girlfriend. You know, one of the pivotal one of the
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
like the pivotal trailer, those were two trailer scenes, right? And I know I was like glazing the trailer earlier, but there were, I think this was like in the second trailer when a lot of when more shots came out, or maybe I'm just cracked and I forgot about those scenes. But I just don't get why in a movie that's supposed to be grounded like this, at least it felt grounded, we turned those two things into huge spectacles of almost no consequence.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. Did not enjoy that.
yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I will say pro. I agree with you that the acting in this movie was mostly great. Like the main characters, Josh O'Connor
Hmm.
and Emily Blunt, like they both did a great job with what they were given. I love Josh O'Connor. This is only the second movie I've seen him in. First movie was Wake Up Dead Man,
Mm,
which he's like the main character in that movie. He's incredible, and he's great here too. But I just felt like the script and a lot of what was given in this movie was lacking. I'm just gonna go through some of my notes here. So for cons, this movie has terrible dialogue, which I'll get into this in a little bit. Okay, the device that they have, the alien device, right? That looks like my Apple TV remote,
hmm.
right? But with like a weird curve.
Does yeah.
It's just a convenience plot device. It literally does whatever the story needs it to do in that scene.
Yo,
Like no one can define what this thing does because in the first scene it's like don't put pressure on it, don't put pressure on it, you're going to destroy everything. And then later she's turning on the news lights and the TVs because they shut off the power. And then later that like assistant bad guy Roy, Lieutenant Roy or whatever, uses it and disappears and then comes back.
yo,
It literally like we both saw the movie. Tell me the purpose of that thing.
don't forget that it turned everything in that room, in that warehouse, invisible.
Yeah. What does it do?
It
Bro,
lets
it's
you
literally just
it lets you
a plot
control other
device.
people. It lets you get into their brain, and then you start
Yes,
seeing
and
them, but it also makes them susceptible to whatever you tell them to do, which was confusing.
I have a note on this. I have a note on this.
That is a really good point. I didn't even think about that. It just does whatever the story needs it to do. That is a horrible plot device.
Okay, a note on what you're saying though. The scene where what's his name? The bad guy?
Uh,
What's his real life name?
oh,
Colin Firth.
Colin Firth.
Colin Firth is controlling what's her name? Jane?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
the girlfriend, Jane. And he's like making her do whatever, so he's trying to get her to kill Josh O'Connor's character. Um, and then she kind of is able to like fight it and like she uses the knife in her hand to like stab her own hand to hurt him. So apparently it can be reversed where it hurts him and then he loses control of her, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then later, they're in the motel and she wakes up in the middle of the night being controlled again
Hmm.
and he's trying to make her kill her. And then it just cuts away and like she goes back to bed.
Well,
Like nothing
she was
stopped that one.
she was tied up. Remember?
Yeah, but
I
so
think.
what? He just gave up?
Well, yeah. I mean, if she's completely tied up, what is he gonna do with her besides wake him up and show that he's still controlling her? Like her arms were tied, her legs were tied, she couldn't move. So she was basically just an empty vessel doing nothing.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I also
I'll give you
thought
that.
I did like in that scene that he's like taking all the stuff off the walls and whatnot to, and I was like, why is he doing this? And then
Oh yeah.
I thought that was kind of clever. That was a good way to show and not tell what's happening. So if she wakes up, she can't identify where they're at all. And then freaking moron has a piece of paper in his hand with the branded hotel on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
that
It's like all
was
of that was for nothing.
yeah, that was a little silly. So I wish they wouldn't have done that. And but he had to get caught eventually, which is
Yeah.
another part of my problem with this is that it took way too long to develop to the point where they meet. Like,
I agree with that.
and you're locked in, but at
You're
a
talking about
certain,
Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt.
yeah, like it's so annoying watching her drive around in her car looking for him. And the same thing with
Yeah.
him. It's like he's on a farm, she's doing whatever she's doing, and like they're gonna meet eventually. Why are we waiting till like the middle of Act Two to make this happen? And then
Right.
when it does happen, they meet up at that area, and she's suddenly controlling everything in that entire area area, and oh, I just didn't. I thought
Yeah.
it was stupid.
Yeah. I have a note on that. She comes into this like warehouse place where they're keeping Josh O'Connor, and anyone who like I guess makes eye contact with her, she makes them see someone that's like really important to them. So like the bad guy sees like his wife, who I'm assuming is deceased, I think,
That's my thought too.
and he gets like emotional and can't go after her because he sees his wife, right? So she kind of gets to free him, and then the Lieutenant Roy guy is like telling the guards like don't let them off the facility, and then everyone that comes in contact with them sees whoever they care about, and she's like tell your son you love him and blah blah blah, and they all just let them leave. And then the but the assistant guy somehow he never got the trance, right? So he goes after them. Like, how does that make any sense?
It
How does
does.
everyone there, like even people she didn't make eye contact with, everyone lets her go, but he's unaffected by her? He should
Yeah,
be the most powerful character of this entire movie.
yeah. And bro was literally just there to make you realize that the main villain was not evil or something. Because what was
Yeah,
Colin for doing to stop any of this? Nothing.
literally nothing.
He did a
and
horrible job.
and the assistant guy, there's like they use him a lot, but there's like no motivation for his character. They don't give us anything on him to make us care about him. He's just kind of like a bad guy for no reason.
Yeah,
But apparently he has the power to not get mind controlled by Emily Blunt. And dude, I thought Emily Blunt's character was so annoying
yeah,
because like I don't know, the shtick of just like knowing everything about everyone all the time, I just thought was weird and annoying. Like I don't know if people would agree with, but like I just found her energy like annoying. She's just constantly like, I know your deepest and darkest secrets, and
yeah,
like, and then she kind of just acts like it's a normal thing. Like she doesn't seem to mind that she knows all this until she just has a panic attack. And I know you like that scene, but that
you
scene didn't
did
really
it.
do anything for me because for me it's just like
Okay.
this whole time you're telling your boyfriend like just do whatever I say. Why don't you believe what I'm saying about like knowing where Josh O'Connor is, and then all of a sudden she's having a panic attack. It just
Yeah,
didn't make sense to
I
me.
guess that's true. I guess I was looking at that scene primarily from an acting standpoint. Um,
Yeah,
I thought
that makes sense.
it felt real, but it was also in the middle of too much goofiness for me to really care. But I think the fact that I did care just sold me on how good of an actor she is.
Yeah,
So I'll say that I don't really think it did anything to further the plot. So I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
yeah. Another thing, again, and I talked about this in one of our earlier episodes, but a big pet peeve for me in like any movie is when they just set up plot threads that never get resolved. Like
Mm,
I'd rather you set it up and give me like a bad resolution than not resolve it at all. And to me, there was so many plot threads in this movie that they never ever answer the questions for. Like one thing is like Josh O'Connor is standing in this cornfield, and this like circle thing shows up under him. Remember,
Bro, I forgot all about that.
bro? And that's like one of the big trailer shots, like in
Yeah.
all the marketing, and then it happens in this movie. Can you tell me why that happened,
No, I cannot. Like, does he have superpowers or something that we don't know about?
brother? They never explain it, and they never come back to it. It just happens.
That's a
It just
fair
happens.
point.
Another thing is still to the end of the movie, we never find out like how, like why and how does Emily Blunt have the power to like know everything? Like I get that the aliens like did something to her, but like how do the aliens have this ability? Like why do the aliens have this telepathic power that just knows everything about everyone all the time? Why did they give that power to Emily Blunt? And
That's a good question, but I don't think that's a point that should be a problem because they both were abducted and they both have separate abilities. So I don't know if we need to know the origins of these aliens or um, the reason why they gave her these powers. I personally don't find that super important. All that I care about is that they do have powers from the aliens. Um, so I don't
I
know.
hardcore disagree.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if that's
It doesn't
necessary
make sense to me.
because the movie it's about aliens, but it's more about the cover up than it's about the aliens themselves. It's not like we've been watching a movie about this alien for like
But
2 hours and like we haven't had any answers about the aliens because we're not asking questions about the aliens.
I guess my counterpoint to that would be the whole movie to me is about disclosing information about the aliens, but us as the audience are never disclosed any information about the aliens.
And that is one of the biggest gripes is that for a movie all about disclosure day, we spent 75% of it on the run.
Yes.
Like, bruh, once we got to the control room scene, I was locked in. I was so locked in.
Yeah, it's finally time.
I was geeked. I was sitting there like, let's go, Josh O'Connor, get the files uploaded somehow through AirDrop. I don't know how you're doing this, but
Yeah.
oh, before I forget, how did the control room stay up with the file transfers when the power went out, but the studio went down? Yeah, that kind of took me out of it. I'm like, his files should have been shut down while he was
Maybe
in
the Apple TV remote device fixed it. I don't know.
duty. Yeah, the one that he had in his back pocket somehow. Um,
Yeah.
but like the second that that sequence started, bro, and he gets back to the radio room, like, oh, I was ready. And then they actually show us the footage, and you're like going along with them, and it's so fire. And then they wheel out this alien, and you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go. He's like
Yeah.
talking to Josh O'Connor. Josh O'Connor talks to Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt talks to the people. She starts to speak, and then it cuts.
Dog, listen.
Bro, I was so mad. Like, I waited 2 hours for Disclosure Day, and all I got was Disclosure Minute. Okay, I just got Disclosure Minute.
They should rename this movie
Oh,
Disclosure Minute.
not good. Disclosure
Dude,
Minutes. Disclosure Minutes.
you know, I don't know if you interpreted this the same way, the ending. I thought it was stupid, by the way. Um, did you know that I've read that Steven Spielberg actually like does have knowledge of kind of like the UFO files and like
I,
alleged like alien files in the government.
I've heard stuff. It wasn't convenience that he did this on this day, right?
Yeah, or yeah, just like him in real life, he has knowledge
Yeah.
of what's going on, and then makes this movie about Disclosure Day. Um, I interpreted that scene as like when she looks at the camera and says "listen," and then it ends. I interpreted this as maybe Spielberg trying to break the fourth wall,
Oh.
and maybe he's telling like us as the audience like listen to what this movie's saying because it's like maybe the truth. Like if aliens are real, like maybe the government did do this stuff that they're showing in the movie,
Hmm.
but I still think it's stupid. Like you're gonna end the movie on listen,
Yeah.
and that's me like trying to justify in my head. It's probably not that at all.
It's
Like
probably not.
it's probably trying to be some artsy like thing. But yeah, this movie's called Disclosure Day, right? So the entire thing is about disclosing the truth about all of this about the aliens, about the government, about everything. And us as the audience don't get any information besides the government had them, the government tortured them and experimented on them, they escaped. That's it. We don't know anything about the aliens. Like there's a scene that Coleman Domingo specifically says that like these aliens shouldn't be feared. Like there's no reason to fear them. Like they're good guys, right? Brother, why not? They literally kidnapped two children. Did they not?
That's
Think
true.
about this, bro. Think about this, bro. They they presented themselves as cute little forest animals in this nice, cool, fancy house, lured two random children into their alien lab, touched their face, and did God knows what to these children, and somehow gave them powers. And also, for what? Why? Why did they do
It's
this?
a great question. Why?
Why? We never find out. Why did they choose Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor's character? Also, they never show how Josh O'Connor's character even ends up there, only Emily Blunt. And
Yeah, he's equally as important. That's so interesting.
and I found him, this might be a hot take, I found his character more interesting than Emily
I
Blunt's.
did too. I did too.
And we get like no information about that. Um, and yeah, Coleman Domingo insists that these guys shouldn't be feared, but they did that. So it's like I felt like Steven Spielberg wanted me to believe that the aliens were the good guys, but like I'm not going to side with like aliens who are like kidnapping children. Now, do I think the government should have been doing what they were doing to them? No. Like, why are you torturing and experimenting these guys? That's messed up. But that doesn't make them the good guys.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I agree. I thought the Coleman side story was really weird. Um, because like half the film we spend trying to disclose the information, but the other half, Emily Blunt is trying to figure out what's going on with her. And
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they're two separate things. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like there was no connection between the B plot and the A plot. If the A plot is Disclosure Day and the B plot is Emily Blunt Day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that was kind of the secondary plot. Was figuring out what happened to her, unlocking her mind. But why did we need to
Right.
unlock her mind? Why did Coleman Domingo go into all that spectacle of recreating her house to open her mind for her to remember something? Was that so she could
I have
have
no idea why.
full control of the Apple TV remote? Or like is that's the only thing that makes sense to me was to have full control of the Apple TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just need to know that this is extremely funny with the alien right behind you.
Bro, he's listening. He's listening,
Um,
bro.
so I don't know, man. I didn't think it was super great. The only thing I really liked in the later part of Act Two, before we get to the studio, and this is
Yeah.
really goofy, but it's the scene where she makes everything invisible. I have a lot of problems with that scene, right? Like, how did Colin Firth not know that they were still in there, even though they had like thermal on them? Like, they didn't disappear. You know, she had this device in her hand. She probably just made themselves invisible or something. It's not like they disappeared. You're not an idiot. And it made it seem like an idiot. But what I did like in that scene was whenever all the dudes started running into the walls and into the fire truck and stuff, like that felt very Spielberg like very kid like. And it gets the pass for me there because it was childlike. And that it's like brought me back to like old school Steven Spielberg like type of gags. So
Yeah.
I liked that, but I also thought it was really stupid. So they kind of canceled themselves out.
Yeah, dude. And for me, like, I think if a movie, like, again, it can, like, set up plot threads and it can, like, resolve them in a way that I, like, hate. And I would respect that more than not resolving at all. And that's why, like, coming from, like, the most legendary filmmaker, director ever,
Yeah,
it's just like,
pretty mid.
what happened? This is just seems like incompetent filmmaking, which is really surprising from Steven Spielberg. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, no,
I uh
that's fair.
I did write down some lines of dialogue
Okay, I'm ready.
because I thought the dialogue, dude, was atrocious. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like rail on this movie so much, but bro, let me just, okay. I was sitting in the theater, right? And I was already like, okay, I'm gonna take some notes just so I like remember what I want to talk about for the review, right?
Hit it,
And then I
bro.
heard like a horrible line of dialogue and wrote it down, and then I just kept going. So I'm just gonna read a few. Number one, you have an enormous amount of nerve. Okay. And what is it? This truth you stole? Tell me never. At some point, Danny, I'll say it's time to tell me everything, and you will tell me everything.
Oh, that one made me cringe so hard. That's the girlfriend, bro.
It's the girlfriend. And then
Oh,
like 30 seconds later, they go in the house and she's like, tell me everything.
yeah, dude, that pissed
So
me off.
stupid.
I'm like, I thought this was gonna be like cool girlfriend, not worrying. I'm along for the
No,
ride. No, 30 seconds later, she
no.
needed to know.
I don't know you any more than I know what's happening to me.
Bro, that's got to be Emily Blunt.
I think so. Um, you know what's wrong with you? You think there's something wrong with me.
Emily Blunt.
And then the uh the last one I wrote down was when Coleman Domingo shows Emily Blunt her childhood home, and she goes inside and she's walking around quietly. She walks into like her room, her childhood room, and she's alone. She goes, "My room, my room, my room," to no one. And we know that, like, it's implied, like we know it's her room. It's her childhood home, and she walks into a little girl's room. It's obviously her room. But it's like they really had to make sure the audience knew. My room, my room, my room. And there you go.
Yeah, dude, that dialogue is not good.
You have
Um,
an enormous amount of nerve.
um, honestly,
Disclosure day.
honestly, I think that's where we should end the review because you have an enormous amount of nerve is a beautiful way to end it. It's a beautiful
Bro.
bookend for our 6.5 and 5.5 review. Would you recommend to a friend?
No,
Okay.
I will probably never watch this movie again. And I'm completely great with that. I don't
Yeah.
want to. Do
I
you want to
told
watch this movie
I
again?
told Ryan he should go see it, but that's mainly because it's Spielberg. I don't know if he needs to see it because I think if you're a fan of cinema, you should still go and see it, but lower your expectations. I think that's my take on it. I don't think you should ever not see a movie because two idiots told you to not go see it. I think you should give it a shot. So,
I would wait for streaming. I wouldn't recommend somebody goes and sees this. Like, to me, there's nothing that screams like you need to see this in a theater.
I guess I like the movies though. So even if I hear something's bad, I'm gonna go see it if it has like
No,
cultural
and I'm the
impact.
same way. I'm the same way. But if I'm talking to like a friend who isn't like a huge film nerd,
Fair.
who's just like thinking about going to see a movie this weekend, and they're like, should I see this movie? I'd be like, nah, spend your money on like uh,
Obsession.
Toy Story 5 or something.
Obsession. Obsession plug.
No, no,
Obsession
not that
plug.
one either.
Okay. Toy Story 5. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. And I think Ryan's weird because he hasn't seen a lot of movies recently. So
Yeah,
like he'll go see a fire movie with me, but he doesn't go out and see a lot of movies anymore. So I think he's in the middle of like the average consumer, but someone who
I
appreciates
respect it.
film.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think Ryan should still go see it. So I'm not going to redact my answer.
And I think if you're a film nerd, yes, because like film nerds usually like to see a lot of movies that come in theaters, especially like like a auteur like big deal filmmaker like Steven Spielberg. It's like even if it's bad, you want to see it
Yeah,
just to know. Like I will probably always go see the new Christopher Nolan movie.
yeah.
Hopefully they're never turn bad. But
My dad is
you know,
coming home.
my dad's coming home, bro. I would take that dialogue over this dialogue.
That that's an interesting take. We'll get into that on another episode. Caleb, now that we've officially reviewed Disclosure Day, what are you gonna be watching for the rest of the week?
Okay. So Riley and I, we are going on a date on Saturday, and we're gonna go see Toy Story 5.
Nice. Does her husband know? So you're seeing Toy Story 5. Are you excited?
Bro, it took me that long to understand the joke.
Oh, nice.
It's clocking to me. It's clocking to me.
So
I
are
thought
you?
you were trying to say. I thought that was trying to be like some way of saying I'm gay, but I couldn't figure out how.
No, not at all. Not at all. I know
But
you're. I know
okay,
you're gay, but
sorry.
I don't have to say that. Are you
Yeah,
excited though for Toy
no,
Story
that's
5?
yeah. I'm super excited. I absolutely love the Toy Story movies. We've been rewatching them because I haven't seen 1 through 3 since like I was a kid.
Mm.
So it's been a really long time. So it's like really fresh for me watching them. But we watched 1 and 2, and we're on 3 right now.
Oh, be ready to cry,
Um,
bro. Be ready to cry.
bro,
I watched Toy
my
Story 3 like the first week I moved out in like 2022, and I was just at my apartment watching it, and I was like crying. I was like, "I'm Andy.
but you
I'm Andy. I'm all by
but you told
myself."
me you don't care about Toy Story.
No, I don't care about Toy Story 4. Toy Story 1 through 3 are all beautiful movies. I just haven't watched Toy Story 4 yet
Toy Story 4 is good.
because I heard it was garbage, and I'm horrible. I'm
No,
trying to do better about that, so I need to watch it.
who said it was garbage?
I don't know. I'm a product of the internet, bro.
No, you need to watch Toy Story 4 and then watch Toy Story 5.
I'm going to. If
Okay,
you told me last week that I need to watch it,
okay.
so I'm gonna watch it.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been watching slash what I'm gonna watch. We're gonna go see Toy Story 5, and then I'll have a review for y'all next week. What about you? What have you been watching recently? What are you gonna watch? What's your plan?
Well, I've watched a lot of movies recently. Backrooms, Obsession, Disclosure Day. I watched Challengers. Like a couple days ago. You familiar with Challengers? You can say no.
I'm familiar with it. It looks freaky as heck, dog.
Dude, it's not that freaky. It is not that freaky. But I'm also a fan. Bro, why is your TV turning off?
Let me use my magical alien remote
Okay, let's wait till we
from
get back
Disclosure
in.
Day.
Let's wait till we
Yeah.
get. Dude, you suck at
Okay, I
this.
think we need to figure out this setting too, where it turns off.
That dude,
Is it?
pro- technology is not working with us today. We're getting cooked.
It's really not.
It's because I brought up another gay film.
Subwoofer not found.
I brought up Luca, and the TV said.
It's back.
So okay, so you gave me like the purest look of disgust about Challengers,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
I need to know: have all you seen? Has all you've seen been from the trailer?
Yes, that's all I need to see. I'm not gonna watch that movie,
Bro, it
dog.
is so good. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. But I also I
Good.
I also enjoyed Call Me by Your Name, and I know a lot of people didn't like that movie.
Never seen it.
Yeah, but you know the premise.
I don't.
You don't know Call Me by Your Name?
No.
That's Timmy's gay breakout movie with
Who?
Timothy Chalamet with Army Hammer.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you haven't heard about it?
I've heard the title.
Bro, I'm actually shocked that you didn't know anything about it. It's the movie where Timmy's gay and he's closeted and he meets this guy who's like way older than him, and it's like this like romance movie, and it's kind of creepy. It's really creepy, but
Movie
it's
sounds right up your alley.
but it's good. It's kind of beautiful. It ain't no what is it called? It ain't no invite, but it'll get there.
Bro, you have the worst taste in movies of
No,
anyone
I
I
do
know, bro.
not have the worst taste in movies. You're looking at me like I'm a demon, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm just
Challengers.
saying maybe there's a reason you're watching these movies.
Oh, because I'm closeted. Who knows? Who knows?
It's for you to say.
I'm in it for a good story. I'm always in it for a good story.
Okay.
And
Respect.
the movie was about tennis and about relationships in tennis. And aside from all the freaky stuff, which there really wasn't much freaky stuff going on, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the final scene was pretty fire. It was kind of like a whiplash ending where you're left thinking and pondering, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I watched that. I just finished Mindhunter, which was dope. So I wish David Fincher could get season 3 going, but looks like that's never going to happen. So I'm gonna have to find a new show to watch.
Quick
And
side note, actually, on Challengers, the guy who wrote it wrote the final draft of Brand New Day, Spider Man.
oh,
That news just broke last week. Yeah, he wrote the final draft of Spider Man Brand New Day. So if you do like that movie, he is involved in Spider Man.
wow! So that means that you, by association, are approving of challengers.
No,
Yes, that's exactly what you just said. I heard you say those words out of your mouth. Go
no,
watch.
no,
Go watch challengers. That's what you said.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay, my fault. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we've hit everything we need to hit. Um, any final words? I don't think I have any final words.
Um, we've been disclosed. Thank you everybody for watching. Y'all are real ones.
Yeah, you are.
Yo, is that our tagline right there, bro?
Y'all are
Is
real
that
ones. That's kind of
y'all are
hard.
real ones?
I think we should workshop
Well,
it. Maybe make it more
yeah, we'll
natural.
workshop it.
That's kind of hard though. I think we're almost there.
Real, but REEL. You know,
I think they
like
get it, Caleb.
film reel,
I think they get it, bro.
like movies, because we talk about movies.
Okay, Caleb. I will talk to you later, bro. Peace out.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace out.